Real quick, before I get into my 2 cent podcast, I want to send prayers to Demar Hamlin and his family, foremost. Um, I don't, I don't have too much to say about it because I understand this man's life is hanging in the balance right now, and I also can understand as a football fan that someone still asks the question that, oh well, what about the game that was being played? And people are like, never mind the game. Fuck that game. I'm like, yo, I get it. I understand. But am I wrong for asking? Am I wrong for being a football fan? Am I? Like, I can't love and pray and hope that this man has a speedy recovery. He recovers and regain whatever motive skills or whatever he have. And I still can't be like, well, shit, I still want to know, how this game is going to play out because this is a big game. I mean, this is what they worked hard for. This is where they put themselves in a position to be. Does it matter in the grand scheme of things? It depends. It really depends. It's all I have all my life for me to be a champion, for me to play on the highest stage. Not when it's compared to life. I agree. I agree 100%. But I tell you this. I feel like if it was me, and it's not me, and my team was on the verge of having the first seed of the playoffs and continue to I would want them to play on, because I know they play on in my honor. I don't have to be one way or another. I can still love football and still love life. So it's a sad situation. And I touch base, or more if we got questions, I ask them. I got a different format this year, so I'm working on it. But don't make me the bad guy, because I'm still a football fan and I still love life. You can do both, and you shouldn't be ridiculed for it. Welcome back. This is Styles G. White with my 2 cent podcast, and Happy New Year. I want to let y'all know I'm on location today. I'm on location, baby. Look, I'm at Future Cigar Lounge here in Clearwater, Florida. The address here is 483 Mandolin Ave, Clearwater Beach, Florida, 33767. Again, the address is 483 Mandolin Ave, Clearwater Beach, Florida, 33767. It's right next to the Brown Boxer. You know what I mean? Like, it's a sexy spot. You might even see me here. You'll see me here. Anyways, I wanted to get into it. Cigar Future Lounge. Appreciate you. Let's talk about Derrick Carr. Derrick Carr got benched. He got benched because I guess he wasn't playing well. So he wasn't playing well is what they say, or that's what Josh McDaniels say. But I want to give you some stats. This year in 15 games, Derrick Carr had over 3,500 yards, 24 touchdowns, 14 interceptions, and a QBR of 56.1. Last year, though, he had over 48 yards. Oh, but this was 17 games. He had 4,800 yards, 23 touchdowns, 14 interceptions, and a QBR of 68.4. So, in 15 games, he had 3,500 yards. In 17 games, he had 4,800 yards. His TDs with 15 games is 24. With 17, he was at 23. His QBR went down. But if you look at Derrick Carr's body of work, 7 years he's been in, 2 or 3 Pro Bowls, he's been pretty consistent. Now that first year coach Josh McDaniels coming into town, all of a sudden he's not really living up to the hype. So they bench him. Or they decided that at week 15 with 2 more weeks to go, an opportunity to make the playoffs, that if Derrick Carr gets hurt, they owe him $40 million guaranteed, $40 million plus guaranteed. Maybe Maybe that was it. Maybe it was. Maybe it wasn't. Pretty sure it was. But it's a business decision when it comes to the NFL. But if a player makes that decision, they being selfish. Mind you, this organization had an opportunity to make the playoffs while he was a starter. I guess he wasn't playing well. I guess Derrick Carr's first year and Joshua Daniels. By the way, Derrick Carr had like 5 other coaches prior to that. Still made 2 or 3 Pro Bowls. He weathered that storm. But 1 year with Josh McDaniels, his QBR goes down. His QBR goes down. Apparently he's not fixing. Apparently he's not good for the system. Apparently, good coach takes a player like Derrick Carr and builds a system around him that he can flourish in. Not to have such a big ego where, he doesn't fit your system, a 2-3 year Pro Bowler, that all of a sudden he's not good enough. So you're risking the whole team not to go to the playoffs because you want to bench him just in case he gets hurt. You don't want to pay him $40 million. Come on, bro. Talk to me. Tell me how that makes sense. Tell me when this team is being a team player. Tell me when Joshua Daniels is being a team player. Because clearly he don't give a fuck. He's worried about not paying him this money so he can move on from Derrick Carr. Good business decision? Maybe. I mean, this is a contract. It's 1 year. They can do what they want. But is it right? I don't think so. Is the players getting treated right now? I mean, I don't know. But let me tell you this. Derrick Carr then decided to stop. He decided to step away from the team. Not because he was being selfish, people. Because he didn't want to be a distraction. And if I'm a 7-year starter and I still have an opportunity to make the playoffs, then the only reason why you're benching me, the best option you have, is because you don't want to. Could I could possibly get hurt? Fuck y'all. That's how I feel. That's my personal opinion. But let me tell y'all the whole story. Another story about Derrick Brooks. I'm playing with Derrick Brooks, one of the best linebackers in the league, Hall of Famer, first ballot Hall of Famer, the best that ever did it, one of the best that ever did it. I remember when I think Raheem Morris was the coach. They benched him. No. They cut him. They released him like he was some regular Joe Schmo, like he was Styles G. White. Because I wasn't Hall of Famer. I'll tell you that all day. This guy was a Hall of Famer and they released him. I'm like, that's bullshit. As a player, like, you don't just let Derrick Brooks go. Derrick Brooks isn't just expendable. I don't care if he was aging. I don't care if his stats was going down. Okay, you show that man respect. But I guess it was a business decision. Nobody better than I. And that's one of the reasons why I feel some sort of way about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I fucks with them, but I fucks with them from a distance. So when y'all run around here and talk about how players are being selfish, like Lamar Jackson isn't going out there playing. I think he made a business decision, and he should. You know, he can get hurt, but they use that as an excuse not to pay him. Man, listen. All I can tell you is, at the end of the day, when the NFL does it, it's business. But when the players do it, it's selfish. I think you might want to look back at that, and I think you'll understand it a little better now. And that's my 2 cents.